Am I wrong for threatening to move out ASAP if my mom and stepfather can't stop putting it on me to make up for them not having a kid together? I'll, 17 male, follow through if I have to. This isn't a threat I'm making that I can't or won't follow through on. I just wanted to put that out there now. Here's the deal. I lost my dad when I was 6 and mom remarried when I was 9. My stepfather and mom wanted to have kids together and couldn't. He took it harder than mom because she had me, but he didn't really. Yeah, he was helping mom raise me, but I didn't see him as my second dad, and he didn't care until he realized he couldn't have kids. Or at least he didn't act like he cared until bio kids were no longer possible. After the no kid thing, he was more interested. He volunteered to coach my soccer team, got involved with my school and volunteered to go on class trips, and he would come up with stuff for us to do together. This was all happening like 3 years after they got married, so it's not like it was immediate. We also did family therapy as a group of the 3 of us, and there was talk about how we could be a better family and what would make us happy. My stepfather said it would make him happy to know I loved him and saw him as my second dad. Mom said it would make her happy to know I felt like I had 2 parents and not just one, and that I felt good having 2 dads. But I said I only had 1 dad and I was okay with my stepfather but didn't want him to be my second dad. A few times mom would ask for sessions of just me and her, and she'd say nobody wanted me to forget or replace dad, and she hadn't either. She said it was just about making sure I wasn't losing out on another great dad because I felt I could only be loyal to one. She also said how much more complete our family would be if those were the relationships we had with each other. The therapist asked what could be done for us to get to where mom and my stepfather wanted, and I said nothing. She asked why, and I said I don't want to work on being like that with him. Then she'd ask mom if that was something she needed help accepting, and mom would say she was still hoping to open me up to something different. They tried again to see if they could have that kid together, and that failed. They let up on me for the 18 months they were focused on that. Mom talked to me about everything still, and I told her I was still feeling the same. Only after the last attempts failed things changed. My stepfather was always unhappy, kinda depressed, and he'd act like I was doing something wrong by existing. Then he'd ask me if it made me happy to know I shit all over him, and I was like, what the hell? But he said he felt like it made me happy to know dad could give mom a kid but not him. And that I liked rubbing it in his face that I was only mom's and he'd never get to have the experience. A bunch of times he just got mad at dinner and stormed off. I didn't have to open my mouth, and neither did mom. I've rolled my eyes over all this a bunch, and I've locked myself in my room a lot to get away from this crap too. And then they sat me down a couple of weeks ago and told me they want us to try family therapy again, and they want us all to commit to becoming a family. They said that includes me. They want me to give it a real chance and to do what the therapist suggests. I was told it would help them feel like they didn't miss out on having a kid together and being parents together, because it's hard for him to feel like a parent when I don't think of him as one of mine. I didn't like it being put on me so strongly, and that's why I made the threat. My mom got really upset and she asked me if I'd really move out instead of trying to make things work, and I said yeah, because it's not on me to make up for them not having a kid together, and they never should have tried, but they keep trying and it's been years. My stepfather just got pissed and stormed off again. And it's been weird ever since. Mom looks like she could cry from just looking at me most days. AITA?